We had what I would call a consequential meeting. It was one where we could see the difference in values that we bring to the table. We have always said that the Republicans and the president do not understand the gravity of the situation, and every time we meet with them, it is reinforced. We want to reach an agreement for the American people, for our children and their education, for everyone and their health care, for our workers, for our economy. It's so clear that we should do something, and we should do something big, and we should do it in a way that is bipartisan, as we have done every other bill. I couldn't help but thinking when we were at the table that what they were offering us was Sophie's choice. Not enough money for food, nothing for housing in terms of rentals. A moratorium, that's nice, but it's not money for rent. It isn't not enough money for money in the pockets of the American people who really need this, who through no fault of their own are out of work. And certainly just when they said a skinny proposal, it was anorexic. And it was not to meet the needs of the American people. What is a negotiation about? It's not about who gets more what in the halls of Congress. It's about what it translates into the lives of the American people. And that's why I kept asking them, why won't you do this? Why won't you do this? Why won't you do this? But nonetheless, we've had some further exchange of paper to be clarified to see if we can find some further common ground. But we're very far apart. It's most unfortunate.
We're very disappointed in the meeting, but we urge our Republican colleagues to come back and continue to negotiate. A few times it looked like they weren't going to do that, and we urge them to do it. And why? Because negotiation and a broad, comprehensive agreement is the best way to go. But their stance was disappointing. We asked them, would you meet us in the middle? And they said, no, it has to be mostly in our direction. They were unwilling to meet in the middle. They said it mostly has to be their way, and they admitted that. And that's what makes this so disappointing, because we believe we're covering the needs of the American people. And they said, well, the president may go ahead and do an executive order, a few executive orders. But even they admitted that that would leave out millions and millions of people. It would be, it would be the Sophie's choice. Which of your children do you take? And you leave a whole bunch behind. And so we still urge them to rethink it. An executive order will leave millions of people out. It will be litigated. It won't be effective. And things will get worse. So we urge them to rethink their position. Their position is sort of their way or the highway. And again, I want to repeat almost the exact words. I said, would you meet us in the middle? And they said, no, it has to mostly be their way because the president wants it that way. We urge the president, we urge the negotiators to rethink. We want to sit down and negotiate tomorrow. We want to keep going, because the best and really only good way to help the American people is a broad, strong, bipartisan agreement.